我在公共澡堂捡肥皂，意外觉醒了柳如烟系统。
恭喜宿主获得柳如烟系统，本系统可以为宿主实现3个心愿。
什么愿望都能实现吗？
当然啊，我柳如烟可是无所不能的。
那你听好了，我的第一个愿望是，我要长一个20厘米、直径5厘米的。
一片金光闪过，我满意的检查结果，
不错不错。
就在这时，公众浴室的另一头传来尖叫。
怪物啊！
真男人从不回头看，更何况我已经知道背后发生了什么。
想必我那好养地已经有了2根40厘米、直径10厘米的了吧？
上一世，我本是 A 城首富楚家唯一的大少爷，却在2岁时被人贩子偷走，卖到了偏远的农村。不仅没能当成耀祖，还被养父母日日殴打辱骂。好不容易找回亲生父母后，却发现他们领养了一个男孩代替我。无处不在的比较下，我粗俗怯懦无知，完全比不上他们精心教养的继承人养弟。所以捡到系统后，我当即许下获得1个亿，成为超级大帅哥，让父母爱我的愿望。没想到我的养弟当晚在路上捡到2个亿，变得比我帅，甚至连我的父母还是更偏心他。直到柳如烟系统把我反噬在病房奄奄一息时，我才知道了真相。
蠢货，真是个十足的傻！没想到吧，我身上也有系统，你获得什么，我就能获得你的2倍。所以你挑灯夜读，进步50名，我就能进步100名。你辛辛苦苦健身锻炼身体，而我每天胡吃海喝，都能有健美级身材。你所有的努力都是为我做的嫁衣。
你不会以为实现心愿是没有代价的吧？你每收益1分，我就能讨回来100倍。要多谢你成全我和楚生哥哥这对苦命鸳鸯，吃了你的命数，我就能化成人形了。
你们
带着无尽的不甘，我咽下最后一口气。这一世，无论是
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be.
生活费问题的时候，楚生来了。
哟，这不是连食堂都吃不起的穷鬼吗？
这就是楚少一直自助的贫困生吧？见了楚少连招呼都不打一声，不愧是乡下来的土包子，简直白眼狼。
我现在给你这个白眼狼一个机会，只要你在这给我磕3的响头，承认自己就是个忘恩负义的贱人，我就允许你用舌头把这666块填起来。
围观群众顿时一片哗然。
2毛钱，他会
为啥队友666这好事怎么没轮到我？
快跪呀！你不上让开我上。
我深信。
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and
make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help.
这才反应过来，尖叫一声，手忙脚乱地遮住自己的下身。辅导员惊慌失措地冲上台，手忙脚乱地扯过旁边的黄色幕布，像果木乃伊一样把尖叫的楚生紧紧捧住，连拖带拽地从台上拉了下去。迎新晚会还得继续，辅导员慌忙哀求我顶替楚生完成新生代表发言。于是我从容上台，聚光灯再次亮起。
各位老师同学们，大家晚上好。
演讲里，我谈到了对知识的敬畏，对独立人格的追求，对公平和尊重的渴望。台下的嘈杂渐渐平息了。我的演讲结束后，礼堂里沉寂片刻，随即爆发出雷鸣般热烈的掌声。迎新晚会上的闹剧像一场飓风，席卷了整个校园和社交网络。尽管学校尽力压制了，但楚生分外猎奇的长相和特殊部位还是流传了出去，网上立马掀起群嘲。A 大著名高富帅竟是肥猪佬，当场吓傻台下观众，直击 A 大迎新晚会惊魂一刻。是人性的扭曲，还是道德的沦丧？虽然楚家动用关系删帖，但楚生苦心经营的学霸贵公子的人设还是彻底崩塌了。无论他走到哪里，都会收获无数异样的目光。与之形成鲜明对比的是我那篇临危受命的即兴演讲，有人把视频发到网上，意外地获得了大量好评。三观正、沉稳大气是大家对我的评价，我是因此收获了一小批粉丝。走在校园里，也总会有不认识的同学笑着跟我打招呼，或者投来善意敬佩的目光，这让心高气傲的楚生彻底疯了。他经过一系列繁琐的检查后，医生给出的结论是突发性原因，不明的严重水肿及组织增生，建议留院观察。爸妈心疼的要命，发誓要治好他，可楚生却冲回宿舍，将我的床铺撕扯得乱七八糟。
不要躲！
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't
the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you want
的留恋彻底化为灰烬。
走就走，我也没有你们这么偏心的父母。
我语气平静，头也不回地离开了楚家，而我的决绝离开反而激起了爸妈更大的怒火。他们终于意识到我已经难以被他们掌控了，所以为了安抚楚生，他们决定快刀斩乱麻。1周后，他们为楚生隆重举办了18岁成人礼。在宴会的最高潮，我妈当众宣布楚生为楚家唯一的继承人。此言一出，全场哗然。这么精彩的打脸场合，他们当然没有忘记给我发邀请函，可惜我压根没到场，而是把邀请函给了一位跑腿小哥。在确认所有财产都转给楚生后，让他给我亲爱的母亲送去2份大礼。第1份大礼是2人和楚生的亲子鉴定报告。楚生压根不是什么福利院的孤儿，而是我爸跟小三的私生子。我爸年轻时跟小三情投意合，可后来他不想努力，转头娶了我妈，背地里又跟小三暗通同居。这些年，在我妈的支持下，我爸他的事业做得风生水起，可股份和家产却始终被我妈牢牢握在手中。所以他们将私生子包装成孤儿送入楚家，顶替了我这个真少爷的位置，就是为了侵吞他名下的财产。至于我当初为什么会被人贩子轻易拐走，当然也是父亲跟小三做的。这亲子报告一出，我妈当时就承受不住打击，险些当场晕厥。而这还不是结束，第2份大礼是楚。
I got facts over tracks, isn't that spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness, hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior, get off of me, this ain't no humble brag, I want you to hear words, you can say them back, I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No I'm not giving up, no I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages, a vacant modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate